Hello everybody, welcome back to Dance with Life Academy. My name is Vincent and in this channel we talk about dance content. Whether you're trying to be a new dance director or a new dancer, I'm here for you. So in my last video we talked about 5 mistakes that you can make as a dance director. Now for today we're going to be talking about 5 mistakes that you can make as a dancer. Keep in mind that we're going to be talking about dancing in a team, not as a freestylist or soloist. These are 5 mistakes that you can make as a dancer on a dance team. With that said, let's cut to the intro and begin the video. For number 1, one of the big mistakes that you can make as a dancer on a dance team, and I'm gonna start off number 1 the same way that I ended the last video, and that is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make as a dancer on a dance team, is having a bad reputation with your community as well. If you're a solo dancer, sure, it really doesn't matter. If you want to have a bad rep, go ahead and have a bad rep, because in that case you're only representing yourself. But once you join a team, guess what? You're not just representing yourself anymore. You're representing your other dancers, you're representing your choreographers and directors, the whole management team. You're representing the team itself, the brand, and in some cases you're probably also representing the studio. If you're gonna be someone that causes drama, then you're gonna scare people away from joining the team. So please, just remember that when you are a part of a team, you have to represent well. I'm gonna keep this one short just because I already talked about it in the last video, so if you want a bit more information, go check out the video before this one here, because honestly it kind of all applies the same way. But anyways, moving on to number 2, second big mistake that you can make as a dancer is not allowing yourself to be a student. You're not just here to have fun, you're not just here to dance, but you're also here to learn. Odds are, if you have a choreographer, if you have a dance director, they at least know a little bit more about some aspects of dance than you do. And plus, it's dance. You're always learning. So allow yourself to learn and allow yourself to be taught. Nobody wants a cocky bastard, and nobody wants a dancer who isn't willing to learn. If there are things that you can teach your choreographers or your directors, or if you have some input, yeah, go ahead, share it. I'm not saying you can't be a teacher or you can't teach, but allow yourself to be a student as well. And for number 3, the third big mistake that you can make as a dancer is not being a team player. This may seem obvious, but let's be honest, a lot of people don't realize how obvious this should be. You are joining a dance team, a team. You have to be a team player. The moment you join a team, it is not about you anymore. It is about the person to your left of practice, to the right of practice, person in the formation line up front, the person in the formation line behind, your team managers, the choreographers, the directors, everyone else. If you have the mentality that this is all about you, then odds are joining a dance team probably is not for you. At least not now. But yeah, be a team player. It's not that hard, honestly. So the 4th mistake that you can make as a dancer when you're joining a dance team is kind of a difficult one, but it is letting your personal life get in the way of the team. This kinda ties back to the 3rd reason, where if you join a dance team, it's about the dance team. It's not about you. However, that doesn't mean that you can't have personal issues that may affect your team or your experience with the team. We all go through life crisis. Life happens. I get it. We get it. But that's why it's also very important that you make sure you communicate to your directors. As a former director myself, I'm not asking for my dancers to be open with me and talk about their personal issues. Personal issues are personal issues. I don't care about what goes on in their life. Okay, no wait, I do, but what I'm trying to say is, to my dancers out there, if I was your director, I would at least want you to tell me that you have something going on. You don't have to actually be specific. You don't have to tell me details, but just simply coming up to me and saying, hey, I have some personal issues going on right now, and I'm sorry if I'm a little off today. We understand that. Knowing that will allow us to change kind of like our own mindset and change how we run the practice with you, and it'll just keep us more aware of what you may be going through, so that we can maybe not help you personally unless that's what you want or what you need, but so that we can find a way to develop a way to run practice around you to make you feel more comfortable. Your directors care about you, and we understand that in the end, dance is just dance. We do want you to focus on yourself first if that's what it comes to. We want you to be healthy, and it's better that you let us know if something is going on in your personal life than having it drag the team down and having your directors or your management find out for themselves. On a lighter note, the fifth and last big mistake that you can make as a dancer on a dance team is to treat your team practice as your only practice. Maybe your team practices once a day. Maybe you guys practice twice a day. Maybe you guys practice once a day, 2 days a week. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, your team's dance practice will never be enough. You also need to get out there and practice on your own. Whether it be joining a workshop, whether it be learning on YouTube or freestyling in your basement or in your room, your team practice or rehearsals are for you to practice and rehearse as a team, not as an individual. I tell my dancers all the time that my job is to help you guys learn and grow as a team, not as an individual. That doesn't mean that we don't mix in individual learning, you know, like such as working on foundations, fundamentals, things like that. But there will be a time, especially middle of the season and even late into the season, where the majority, if not all of practice is going to be either learning the choreography or brushing up on the choreography. And you will learn very fast that once you get into choreography mode, it is very hard. You kind of feel like you are regressing as a dancer because you're learning the same 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minute routine every single time, trying to pick up on the little details and fixing them up, and you're no longer working on fundamentals and foundations and growing in that way. So that's why it's very important that you have to find time outside of your own dance team to practice and learn. It is your responsibility to grow as a dancer individually, not your dance team's. So that's all. Let's recap now. Number 1 is to make sure that you do not have a bad reputation with the community. You're representing a team, you're representing a brand, you're representing your teammates, your managers, your directors. Keep it clean and keep the drama out. Number 2 is not allowing yourself to be a student. If you feel like you're way past the student phase, which by the way you will never be, then make your own team. But if you're here to join a team, allow yourself to be taught and learn from others around you. Number 3 is not being a team player. You have to be a team player. Whether it be helping a teammate learn, playing a certain role that you may not like to play in the choreography, this is a team game. And dance teams, dance directors, when we hold audition or tryouts or anything like that, 10 times out of 10, maybe 9 times out of 10, but 10 times out of 10, we would rather have someone who is okay at dancing but compatible with the entire team than someone who is an amazing dancer but is just a complete jerk, hard-headed. You get the point. 4 is letting your personal life get involved with dance. If you have things going on and you think that it might affect you in dance, whether it be maybe you'll have to miss practice, you'll have to be late or leave early, or maybe you just won't be in the mood or you'll have a bad mentality coming into practice, let your directors know. I'm not saying let them know the specifics and what's going on, but let them know that something is different. We care about you and we don't want to push you or accidentally make things worse by not knowing your situation, or that at least you're going through things. Number 5 is only practicing during team practice or rehearsals. Learn outside of team practice, because if all you do is treat team practice or rehearsals as your only practice or rehearsals, you will plateau your learning curve very fast. Just because you're learning from a certain group of people doesn't mean that you shouldn't or can't learn from a different group of people. The best way to learn dance is to explore. That's how dance evolves, and that's how we evolve as dancers. But so yeah, those were 5 big mistakes that you can make as a dancer to a dance team. If you have any more suggestions, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.
Chase me. I see you running back to someone